Welcome in to the Rookie Mistakes Podcast. I'm your host, Trades for Days, and we are getting in after a wild week 2. Definitely made up for the week 1 performances on the week. Lots of touchdowns. Enough to go around, if I do say myself. And yes, more and more injuries have plagued our league. And we all know who I'm talking about. I don't want to mention it. Nick Chubb, broken leg, I don't want to talk about it. But it was pretty nasty. So I'm going to talk about it. Which sucks. I have him in several leagues. I was high on him this year. And I thought with no Kareem Hunt, he would definitely be a league winner this year. And that I don't think that's happening now. That sucks. It really does, man. I hate for it to happen to somebody like him. You know what I mean? He was a tough dude. Liked watching him carry that ball. You know what I mean? But let's jump into the matches of the week. We'll start off with Dookie Squad against the Stroker Race. It's 121 to 100 in favor of Brandon. No, Blake. My bad. I always get you guys you guys have got to change your picture on there. They look too similar from a distance. Can't ever figure out which is which. But Blake, you had pretty good performances all around outside of your defense and your kicker and your flex positions. But outside of that, I mean, Dak with 19, CMC, as always, number 1 running back, 22.5. Barkley with 27.2. God, you wish they would have just taken him out. Taken him out of the game right there at the end, Let Breida run for more than once. Jesus. Hopkins with 8, bit of a letdown. Godwin with 10. Honestly, I mean, you're very top heavy. Everyone else kind of just did Waller, I mean, they're trying to move the ball there. So, you got that going for you. And looking at your team, man, I mean, on your bench, Zach Moss with 20. Hollywood with 17 on your bench. Kincaid with 9. I mean, you got some stuff. You're working with some stuff there, man. I think the only thing I would change on your team is maybe try to trade for a elite wide receiver. And maybe a backup quarterback, which I happen to have. No, I'm kidding. Not really, but I mean, if you know. Just something to look at. I'm just going to throw in some things that I think some people might need to look into for trades, because that's all I do. I love sending trades, and we've been having quite a few trades go through so far in week 2. I mean, here we are. Stroker Race, he lost by 21. Tua, God, you wish you could have traded him last week. I mean, he'd come back down to earth. At least this week, New England's defense is legit. So 12 points, it is what it is. They'll have better days. Algier underperformed with 4. Pierce 5. Jordan Addison with 16.2. I mean, that looked good for a rookie. I think he's going to be good throughout this year. Tyler Lockett with 25.9. Imagine if he could do that every week. And everybody else in the rest of your team didn't do a whole lot for you, and your bench didn't have much to help either. But you had guys out with Brandon Cooks, Gainwell, so you'll get healthy. You'll pick some guys up. You'll do what it do, baby. You'll make things work. Next matchup, Dead Rabbits, Pedro versus AP15, Aaron Pierce. Yeah, I messed that up, I know. You got 110.5. This was a close one. 110.5 to 111.48. Aaron Pitts with the dub. He had Burrow with 15. Boy, has he just not looked good. Then he hurts his freaking calf. Hopefully he's better. He had Gibbs, who should be getting more work, 12.6. Garrett Wilson, 16.3. Terry McLaurin was 16.4. And then Pittman, 13. He didn't help. 11 with Eagles. Defense, you had Kirk Cousins with 28.5 on your bench. And Laporta, the rookie tight end, 11.3. And then on top of that, Eckler was out. Boy, and Jacoby Myers. So when you factor that in, I mean, the only changes I'd make to your team, trades that I would do to your team is now that Garrett Wilson just doesn't look like he'll be the elite quarterback, unless they change quarterback, which could happen, should happen. Man, I would try. Yeah, I mean, you got Eckler in there, so you got that going for you, and you got some talented receivers, and you had some people out, so not a whole lot right now. I mean, Kyle Pitts is underperforming like I kind of expected, but he's such a talented player. Until he gets traded or becomes a free agent, there's nothing happening there, man. You're gonna have to trade something for a tight end as well as me. I mean, I'm in the same boat. But other than that, I mean, your team looks solid. You're 2-0. Can't complain, man. Then you got Pedro. He lost 22.9 from Jared Giarv. Ramondre with 15. Devontae Adams 20. I hope he's all right. St. Brown now on my team 14.2. David Montgomery 12. Yeah, and he's gonna be questionable. That's gonna be a little rough for a minute. Yep, man. You might be a factor for the rookie mistakes, losing by 1, and your Dolphins D with 10 on your bench, and you started the Broncos. Boy, does that suck. Other than that, man, you might still be all right because you didn't really have much else that you could have done, swapped out to make that work. And then, I'm sorry, the only thing I could see about you trading on your team, which you already made a trade with me, so you put a little depth at receiver on your team and maybe brought in a guy that's not hurt. So you'll be looking a little better for next week anyways. Madison's just not cutting it anymore. You might have to do something there. Bring in another running back, especially with Montgomery looking hurt. That was a nasty, nasty 360 spin to his freaking leg. But we'll go on to the next one. Lot Lizard versus Austin. Built for tough. I like it. I like the change. I like the picture of Kelsey on him. Boy, god dang. And you guys made a trade today. It was 124.98 to 168.6. Sounds like a freaking station on the radio. Built for tough. Austin wins by a landslide, 44 points. Woo! You got Lot Lizard with Lamar Jackson, 22.8. Sadly, Nick Chubb, 6.4. He was in line for a banger of a game, but you know what happened there. I think it's Kyren Williams. Let me look. It's going to bother me. Kyren. Jesus. Kyren Williams, look, 28. Going to be the starter on that offense. They're moving the ball. I mean, from last year and the struggles they had to looking like a pretty legit team. I mean, they've always had a pretty good defense, but they're moving the ball, and they're doing it without Cooper Kupp, which is amazing to me. So he'll be good. Michael Thomas, which you traded off your team, so whatever. Michael Thomas with 12.5, DJ Moore 16.4, Andrews 15.5. I mean, you had solid numbers for being there. Everybody, Commanders 11, your bench 16 from Amari Cooper. Tutu Atwell 15. I mean, if you played almost anybody else, you could have won. I mean, your receiving core is pretty solid. I like it. It's Austin, who just keeps on stacking on your team, okay? Patrick Mahomes with 21. Your running backs are a little questionable right now, but you just went and got Kyren Williams, so you might be all right. And then you went and I give it up to you. Jerome Ford, you picked him off the waiver right before the game. Smooth. Nice. That's a good move. I can't believe you pulled that off. That's amazing timing. Keenan Allen, 31. He went off. Higgins, 28. You just traded for. He went off. And I was talking shit on him for a while there because wow, That won't happen every week, but he's a good receiver, even though I do put doubts on him all the time. I don't know why, but I do. Kelsey with 12. Mike Evans, 29. I mean, your guys lately have just been showing up. Wish I would have got Mike Evans before he went off. 11.6 from Sutton. 16 from your Cowboys. That defense is studded. Dogs. Nothing but dogs. And then, of course, Jerome Ford on your bench for 24. He's going to be a stud. We traded to Stewie. And then that was without Aaron Jones, because he's hurt. Cam Akers, who's probably not on our team anymore. Good win. I mean, you guys just made some trades, so don't really need to talk about that one. We'll see how that goes for the both of you going into next week. We have Chad, bend over and take it, versus Chris. We're going to need to change that name, maybe that profile picture, because it just seems like you don't care to be here. Which is just sad. But you got the dub, and you did it pretty good with 27 points. Man, nice win. And Chad might need to look at quarterbacks. Justin Fields just ain't cutting it no more. And as of right now, I mean, he could turn it around, but it didn't look good. It didn't look good. If he ain't using his legs, he ain't doing it at all. He had 211 yards, I guess, but 2 interceptions, so you know what I mean. Derrick Henry with 18, Mixon with 13, Tyreek Hill. They shut that, and it's New England. They know how to play. They know how they come in with a game plan, by God. Tyreek Hill with 15. Calvin Ridley kind of let you down. 5.2. I'll gladly take him off your hands. Cole Kmet with 7. James Cook looks legit. I'll take him from you too. 19.9. Gus Edwards 12. Jake Elliott 11. Nothing really on your Drake London with 18, which you traded. So, man, yeah. Sheesh. Austin, you're just getting guys, man. Jesus. Chris gets the dub this week. Josh Allen 23, Isaiah Pacheco 8, Raheem Mostert 25. Man, he went off. Christian Kirk, didn't see that coming. 21.9. Devontae Smith 23. I didn't know he even had that many yards. Wow. 131 yards. Devontae Smith, 4 catches. Nice. Evan Ingram 11.7, solid for tight end. 22.1 from Debo. That was just a good matchup for him. Nothing else. Zeke didn't give you much. Bucker 5, 49ers 5. Watson 11. You definitely picked the right quarterback for this one. I guess you wouldn't ever bench Allen, to be honest. So, Thielen with 20.4. Didn't see that coming. Wow. Jalen Hyatt 10.9. Good win. Good win, Chris. Chad just come off of a really badass scoring outing last week, so it's good to get a dub over somebody who just spanked somebody last week. So, man, Sheldon Joyce cannot catch a break. My God, biking with Biden with 167 points. Great week. Highest points, I think, up to this point in the league, if I'm not. No, it's not. No, it's not, because Austin did it again. Back to back. Jesus. 167 for Brandon against 159 for Sheldon. Brandon got Jalen Hurts with 25. He also started the week with like 74 freaking points to start off on that, what was it, that Thursday game. Rashad White, 21. Swift with 27. Nice to see it. Stephon Diggs, 13. Zay Flowers, 10. He didn't even perform like I was hoping, but it didn't matter. You put up points, my guy. TJ Hockey, 25.6. James Conner with 16. Waddle with 12. Bills 11. Nico Collins on your bench with 27. What you doing? Sky Moore 16. Zach Ertz 11. I mean, Jesus, you could have put up more points if you wanted. But who wouldn't have? I wouldn't have benched. I wouldn't have benched Zay Flowers. You're good. Sheldon Joyce just sucks. That just sucks, man. Putting up that kind of points back-to-back weeks and going 0-2. That kind of hurts. That hurts me, man, to see it. Justin Herbert, 22.2. Tony Pollard, 19.9. Ken Walker, 18.4. Good to see it. Man, he just doesn't look good out there, but he's getting those touchdowns, so, you know. Didn't even know he played football, dog. So, A.J. Brown, 6.9. That's a little upsetting. 14.6 from Olave. I would have thought higher than that. Hunter Henry, wow, what a pick of a tight end. He is performing this year. I mean, I know, again, Wazoo, I get it, but still. For somebody that wasn't even acknowledged as a top 10 tight end, he's number 1 on the season right now. It's great. That's great. Gabe Davis, 21.2. Glad to see you stuck with him. 16.6, Mike Williams. He come back. Jake Moody. I don't know why when I hear that name, I want to say Booty Scootin' Moody. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Fantasy footballer thing. You know. Booty Scootin' Jake Gluten. Jordan Love on your bench with 20.3. And you definitely can't get rookie mistakes of the week because, I mean, you only lost by 8 now that I see that, but I don't think you could have put anybody else in really. I got a better outing, so. You Gucci. I hope rookie mistakes is me because it should be. Back-to-back losses just hurts. We had Shelky versus Trades for Days. Shelky had 30 points from Daniel Jones. Can't believe it. I didn't think he could do it. And did it like right there in the fourth freaking quarter to ruin me. Then you have Bijan with 21.2. I kind of expected that. And I like seeing that rookie just tearing it up. He looks legit. Needs some more legit running backs. That's all I got to say. He can stay healthy. Brian Robinson, 28.9. Man, he just like Daniel Jones. They just couldn't just stop. Stop playing. Let me win. They just kept coming and having a big gain or big freaking possession, and it was just tearing me up. That's the only reason I lost. I thought I had it in the bag, and they just freaking ruined my week. Chase. Jamar Chase, 8.1. That sucks. That just sucks to see. George Pickens, 22.7. I hate it, but I love it. I mean, George Pickens, you're my guy. I'm a Steelers fan, so I gotta be glad. I had a love-hate relationship there, so it is what it is. 22.7. I'm glad we got the dub. Goddard with 8.2. Dawson, 5.2. Dicker, the kicker, with 10. Your Giants D with -1. You'd have thought that just, God, even all your quarterbacks, man. Russell Wilson with 25 on your bench. Jalen Warren with 12 on your bench. Ferguson with 10 on your bench. You did that without Watson even playing. And for Trades for Days, T. Law let me down with 9.2. Breece Hall really let me down with 0.9. Khalil Herbert, 6.8. I just don't feel confident there, but, you know, I'm waiting for my running backs to come back. You feel me? You dig what I dig, man. Justin Jefferson with 24. CeeDee Lamb, 25. Troutman, 0. Just a freaking deucer. DJ Metcalf, 13.5. I hope I need him to come back around. Puka Nacua, 30 points. I'm glad I picked him up, but for what? To lose again? You feel me? It is what it is, but Justin Tucker with 10. And my bench, Anthony Richardson, 17. That wouldn't have been enough, I don't think. 12, 13, no, I was 13 back. No. No. Sheesh, I could have won. Didn't even know it. Anthony Richardson, if I'd played him over T-Law, it's at a 16-point difference. No, it's not. That's only a fucking... What am I doing, dude? It's not like an 8-point difference. Yeah, I'm good. I wouldn't have won no matter what I would have done. So, I got to give it up to Pedro for starting the Broncos D over the Dolphins D. Had you done that, you win by 8. Sucks to suck, man. I can't say it. I mean, you're 1-1 and I'm 0-2, so what do I know? You know, sometimes you just gotta look in the camera and really think about life. Like, what do you know? You're 0-2. You don't belong here. Do you even go here? You ain't a dog. You ain't a dog. So please trade me all your best players, okay? You want to talk shit and say I'm trash, send trash trades? I don't care. I don't care. Just accept one, you know? Do one, take one for the team, for me, you know? That's all we got for this week. I'm going to start doing pods most likely, unless I can do them on Monday night. It's just a late game. And I just feel like I could give a better pod if I was to do it on Tuesday night when I don't have much going on, rather than Monday night. But it is what it is. I mean, I say that and I don't feel like I did a whole lot of difference here. Could have give you a little better of talking to, but it is what it is, you know. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna ride it out. Give it a few more weeks, and I'll hopefully be a little better and more on top of my game. You feel? So that's a good week. I can't complain. Football's still back. You know, it's here, and I'm enjoying it. I live for the trades, so I love to see them. And yeah, it sucks when it's not mine, but I was just happy to see, you know, people are willing to do it. They want to change things around, and it's not involving me. So I know that makes no sense, and it doesn't, but we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. We out.